I, Amadou Badjie,
I, Amadou Badjie,
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me Allah.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Witness. Welcome to the TRRC.
Sedo omba safi nane lukan kanjak mano binya di TRRC.
My role today would be to assist you to tell your story to the Commission.
Ana jat broka bola bo mi karambe ni puma bungolen mu rep kasidi rakia di commissioner.
May I encourage the interpreter to speak into the microphone so that her statements would be heard clearly in the meeting hall. Mr. Witness, before your appearance today, you had been warned
bala be dire kasidi o bayamare
that you have a right to remain silent. You also have a right not to incriminate yourself. Incriminate meaning you have a right not to implicate yourself in crimes alleged against you. Those are the rights you have under the Constitution. You also have a right to consult with a lawyer if you so choose. On several instances, you have been informed about these rights and you had indicated that you do not wish to exercise those rights at this point. Can you confirm for the record that you waive those rights?
Correct.
The witness has confirmed that.
Yes, and Mr. Witness, kindly speak up so that the interpreters would hear you.
I have heard you.
The witness said that he has heard everything.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, may I just indicate that we have a rather difficult arrangement for interpretation. Our Jola interpreter would interpret the statements of the witness in Mandinka, and our Mandinka English interpreter would interpret that in the English language. The reason for that arrangement is to have the best interpretation of what the witness is saying, and the vice versa, from what I would have to say to the witness. It would lengthen the proceedings, but it would help us, at least the Mandinka speakers would understand a bit of the proceedings from the Mandinka interpretation, and the Jola speakers would hear everything that is being said in the Jola language. But it's not the neatest way of doing things, but perhaps this is what we have at our disposal at the moment. And I crave your indulgence to accommodate that arrangement under the circumstances.
Thank you, Counsel, for that explanation. Your UN experience is coming out very clearly now with 6 languages that you have in the booth and going on back and forth. So that's good. You can proceed.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, you've also been informed before that you are required to speak the truth
Mo fambo.
Tonyalum.
The witness has confirmed.
And nothing but the truth.
Dambi kan waf o kantu malegen.
Mo fambo ni ganjam.
Tonyalum ngamoyle.
The witness said that's true. He has heard it.
And if you lie,
Ban uragi ja waf manje kantu malegen.
Ganjam tonu.
Ngamoyle.
The witness said he has heard it.
lying is an offense before the TRRC.
Erege furima fanu manji fo kantu furim fa legene. Luwa tis TRRC e keso fo.
Ganjam moto.
Ngamoyle.
The witness said he has heard it and understood.
I know that you have not yet applied for amnesty, even though you have indicated your intention to do so.
Nane na manyi pop fana mantiko. Usafertu mantiko mambe kuni ka yamfa kan kurege mi amnesty. Bayar nan manyi mantiko nungan baba jingani ya be rek mantiko au ka yamfa konu mambe kuni.
Ganjam tonu. Wan ko second ni ganjam.
Na be moyle ala be min be fokan wala be kere.
The witness has confirmed that he has heard everything, and that's what's the situation right now.
But I want to inform you
But
that if you lie and the commission finds that you have lied, and your application for amnesty will not succeed.
nane barama mambe kaysini mantiko urab ja furim fanu manji fu kantu malegen. Ban au nu safe mantiko nubil be ka safe mantiko mbe ko woni kayam fak ban au ko mo manji ko commission no manji ko wanu rege mi kanto malegen le ko woni wanu lawmi
Ganjam na sanken ja ban malegen na rende daga sanken.
nga moy lay min fo andum be to nyali fola.
The witness said he has heard what is said and he is going to speak only the truth.
Wonderful. So let us start.
Ay jajak nya
If I ask a question that you do not understand, please ask me to repeat the question or clarify the question.
nane nya jajak pambu to nga nya kasankena nane bara kingi ja furim fanu manji lowlut fo roga matu lowlut mambala nya seteni fo jak
Ganjam na sanken tu.
nga moy lay mim be mimbe foka.
The witness confirmed that he has heard and understood all what has been said.
So tell us your full names, please.
Nane regoli karasakia tu
Karase kumba Amadou Badjie.
nte to mo Amadou Badjie leti.
My name is Amadou Badjie.
What is your date of birth?
Imiti yenu Badjie
6th August 1972.
ko 6 August 1972.
He said he was born on the 6th of August 1972.
Where were you born?
Li bop
Sangajo,
isuku yenu Badjie
Sangajo village.
ako
Fonyi Kansala.
wuluta Sangajor village Fonyi Kansala.
I was born in Sangajor village in Fonyi Kansala.
Where did you go to school?
Benu tonge ka karangeia
Sangajo ni tonya ga karanga mbom 1979 ba wada kala cirndinga kurada.
nga karango commencé Sangajor 1971 wara watu kirintingolo yewolle lo karamungola.
I went to school in Sangajor starting from 1971, but that time
79.
1979, but at that time it was just a patched hut which was built for us as a school.
Mr. Witness, your English is sufficiently good.
Yeah.
So if you find that there are errors in the interpretation, please correct it.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Witness, where did you attend for secondary school?
Nani secondary school ya benu kayo.
We am St. Edward Secondary Technical School.
Buyam St. Edward Secondary School.
I went to Buyam St. Edward's Secondary Technical School.
1987 to 1992.
1987, 1982.
From 1987 to 1992.
Thank you very much for that
Nani
clarification.
baraka. Man sete mi furma fofu.
So, what did you do after you finished secondary school?
Ngana no pare mi secondary school ya wanu kane.
And in secondary school mbon babele babe kombo after lakum ka karande ke nursery school.
Abe Pareta na secondary school nata Kombojang ntarta kan nursery school karandiroleke.
After my secondary school, I came to Kombo and I started teaching at a nursery school.
And when did you join the Gambia National Army?
Yeah,
or the Gambia Armed Forces?
What you know in the Gambia Armed Forces?
Gambia Armed Forces 1994 ni blend, but after America married Jakam, me joined in 1995.
Gambia Forces 1994. Nduntaje bare mbamana tambali nata na muruna 1995.
I first went to join the army in 1994, but my mother came and took me away because she doesn't want me to become a soldier, but I had to come back again to rejoin in 1995.
And where did you do your training in 1995?
Ya karanga yoli follow etonga benu kayo in 1995.
Nani kumukena mani manko major training Fajara Barracks ni bile training ndaka fu fekinde na fet September.
Kabiri en tombong in samba Fajara Barracks training na September karo teli sabanjang.
After I was selected into the Gambia Army, I was taken to Fajara Barracks for training until in the month of September.
And when did you complete your training?
Nonenu pare kakaranga kakiliak.
December kuna butinke nande banom.
December tilitani lulu olungaleng pareda.
We completed our military training on the 15th of December.
Of which year?
Mitiemba.
1995.
1995.
In the year of 1995.
Where were you posted upon completion of your training?
Nanu pare mi kakaranga kakila bobe kutebi mi posting.
Ani banom kakaranga kade sojaria yundum kulebam yankone 1 infantry battalion.
Kabim pare ra no train na im fay yundum baras ikadami for infantry battalion.
When I completed my training, I was brought to the Yundum Barracks and I was in the 1 infantry battalion.
And for how long did you work in the Yundum Barracks?
Yeah, what yenu rokederu in Yundum Barracks? What ye?
Lakakuro Yundum Barracks 1995 to 2004, 2003, and could transfer be for a fanya.
Benu Yundum Barracks 1994 for 2003 in Atambundi Yundum Barracks.
I was at the Yundum Barracks from 1994 until 2003 when I was transferred to Farafenni.
Thank you for that clarification. And from you were in Farafenni up to which year?
Farafenni nan loko mi Farafenni be wati yen lokebo.
Loko Farafenni 2004 to 2007.
Benu Farafenni 2004 to 2007.
I was at the Farafenni military barracks from 2004 to 2007.
Ulangalambe Yundum Barracks.
Inatana Murundina Yundum Barracks.
Then I was brought back to the Yundum Barracks.
At this time that you were at the Yundum Barracks, what was your rank?
Na wata nloko mi Yundum Barracks kulangele mi Yundum Barracks. Wakam rank yoli.
No Yundum Barracks nlakalakuro jandi jobe Farafenni 2001 dukusanam Lance Corporal.
Kabirimbe Yundum Barracks jandimbita Farafenni Barracks menu Lance Corporal.
When I was at the Yundum Barracks, I was promoted to Lance Corporal. That was before I went to the Farafenni Barracks.
For how long did you remain in Yundum Barracks at this time? You went there in 2007. You were there until when?
Nanu noke made Yundum Barracks 2007. Be what you puredo?
Nakalaka Yundum 2007 be 2009.
Benungile 2007 for 2009.
I was at the Yundum Barracks from 2007 till 2009.
Ku fata na ku jetima bedi SG.
Na
State Guard.
Be?
State Guard.
Na tanam bondi in Samba State Guard.
Then I was taken from the barracks and taken to, and I was enrolled into the State Guards.
What year was this?
MTM
2009.
2009.
That was in the year 2009.
At that point, what was your rank?
Wata kile na klong me teboli. Fata yoli be State House. Welcome me rank yoli.
Wata kila nje au corporal kusana wata kila ngiri corporal.
Wato mu corporality.
That time I was promoted to the position of a corporal.
Can you tell us how your move from Yundum Barracks to State Guard was organized?
Nyan man panangwa no regoli e pureoli Yundum Barracks. Bejo State Guard. Bu jo meno. Bu kanor meno.
Nje fay mangi de because as ku sojarak aw fo mangi ba not be ka ba ko de ka faté nak bet lak mo rek du ko senul frima meto ko aw ku prene ede mako gitam be dola oya
Ntol nte fam malonu de ka ton tol sojar kunda aka Kenya me wolom ika sile doro ina foy ko ye bondi janne be samba kan janne.
I was not informed, but in the military, they just come and inform you that this is going to happen, so that's how I was transferred from the barracks to the State Guards.
Who informed you of that transfer?
Nya aw arag mi fate yo kliyay.
wate kila ulude karamba bam kona nya Tiger Watch.
Wato ntol benu wulo kono kadame for Tiger Watch.
At that time, we were in the bush at a place called Tiger Watch.
Funa fikila fan nyamani pare fan bebil bejo manku mani mangu kuna me enda kuna kudantang primijo besinde.
Andu wolungo o fango ya tarante be pare kam purunga na ngedani purien sotili dantanna ata so kono.
That day coincided with the day when I was about to come and ask for permission so that I can go to my home village.
Tani jom di checkpoint ko be motai to firma foto kam.
Abdul lota checkpoint on pour kam moto bato wo kumo ngi en tara wolto.
Then I came to the checkpoint waiting for a transport. That's where this information reached me.
Na budo na koraga mo ni jom bed ko ne je ying an fana wolelde.
Kabiru yo fanye ko ngatan dan kunna kebala.
And I was told to go and answer to my commanding officer.
So na nirim de an fana mbo nanam enda furim fo bulo di campaign.
Kabiru mfuta dan na kebala atel nata fanye ko kibaro le botanan kampoto.
When I reached my commanding officer, he told me that I have information which came from the camp.
Medico au ku preni baba ko wan ko girme be State Guard.
Ko ite bondi janne saying lafte sambala State Guard.
And that's the place where my commanding officer informed me that you have been transferred to the State Guards unit.
So now put kuma nana nyanya mu nyako mota fa prepare be jaw be yundu mane getme senyakon.
Abirin mbota ji akonya ko na keba akonya ko hanfu bi be batula le katu moto ngim pareta praye samba. Ate bi bebe
mangu jirme be yundum.
Praye samba yundum.
That's where he also told me that you have to wait here. There is a vehicle coming which will take you to the Yundum barracks.
So nanurendo na mota be nda tebam be yundu nanurim yundum.
Birin moto na ta samba kata yundum kabirin frata yundum.
That's where the transport collected me and took me to the Yundum. So when I reached the Yundum barracks,
ikonam jawing the RSM.
Nada fonye ko ngatan danko RSM.
And I was told to go and see the RSM.
So naniring the RSM.
Kabirin frata RSM.
When I arrived at the RSM's office,
nanam anyway frima for purlo the headquarters. Medico au ko war ko girme be State Guard.
Nada fonye ko kuma kungole botanye office ko itenyante sambala State Guard.
That's where the RSM also informed me that they've got information for me to go, that I am going to join the State Guards from that moment.
So nana endam na sadam furim fanda abena na manane na jaw na burunga da jaw best na burum state ga no jaw bare RSM oli
sa nata kuma kandol fanan kafu ko kanako nintara fon fra state guard nsi title fanan state guard la RSM to.
He also said that RSM at the camp told me that when you go to the state guards, they also have another RSM there. You have to go to report to that RSM at the state guards.
Who was the RSM at the state guard at this time?
Ako wato nane wata clear ami RSM the state guard
so nani pour you no funaka frabora nani jombe state guard jambirim ni cheng RSM du gitma be bare RSM wat ta wata kila RSM bay wala kurum
abrim mbota yundum barak ntata state guard ntata ka RSM mimbi je nyininka wata telom RSM mbay.
When I left the barracks, I went to the state guards and where I met RSM Mbai. He was the RSM at that time at the state guards.
Proceed with your narration.
So nanirin tom the RSM Mbai nenam inge baba furma fringulam bawa kono jo yingi tate. So ibi yen jo bebara aw apano regam bumbang.
Kabrim frada RSM la mimbe state guard kay ko ekibaro le fonye ko iko ngana dankuite la sila ninte futatema ite ba folani mimbe kering.
When I reached the RSM at the state guards, I explained myself and I told him that I was told to come and see you, that I have been transferred to this unit. Now I am here.
So nanirin tom nana minje niganjam ende frima fiya bar nyalakata mukop akomanda ya pana jo.
Abiringo fa akonya ko ngela kuma ka kumwele bar saying ibe sila janne yela kumanda ngo batu.
When I told him that, he told me, yes, I've heard you, but you have to sit down here and wait for your commanding officer.
So nani ilagotam be wata nena akomanda ba ayen
Will sita je famme tan kay ko jumalon tela commandati.
When I sat there for some time, then I asked him, who is now my commanding officer?
Nanam kop Nuwa Badjie nyepa na jo.
Nata fonye ko ibatu sambi Nuwa Badjie bina.
Then he told me that, wait, Nuwa Badjie is on the way coming. He will soon reach here.
At this stage, what was Nuwa Badjie's rank?
Wata kile Nuwa Badjie wakame rank yola.
Nuwa Badjie wata kila captain.
Wato Nuwa Badjie captain lolo.
Nuwa Badjie was a captain at that time.
Proceed, please.
No continue.
So nani lakotam pia Nuwa na ringulom.
Nakabin sita je fameta Nuwa natnana.
After some time, Nuwa came and found us there.
So nana ringulom arasamba na wanko nanem awna me ko betate.
Kabiri nga futata nang RSM ya komanda kay ko nyimbe tele batu kanjang.
When the RSM, when Nuwa Badjie arrived there, the RSM told him that this man is waiting for you.
So nani aringulom na bium nu saforum.
Kabra nata afutata nganyo kontong.
When he came, we exchanged greetings.
Nanam okay naragum RSM communicate mbe bari General Badjie.
Anata fo RSM ko okay batunga samba General Badjie ya.
Then he also, Nuha also told the RSM that, well, now I am going to take him to General Saul Badjie.
And at this time, what was General Saul Badjie's position?
Patakili General Saul Badjie po wami enda yola position yola.
Enda kuseno National Guard, Gambian National Guard.
Gambian National Guard yoli diala no.
At that time, Saul Badjie was the commander of the Gambia National Guards.
Proceed, please.
So, nanurintom.
When I arrived at that place too,
place and I'm going to thank force headquarters lakom first time or do official lakom.
La office benu force headquarters started nundami. Ala office benu wolto.
His office was located at the first place where the headquarters were located.
So nanurim do rek de mota nuwalom.
Kabirim futata je nimmoto nata naji.
We boarded a vehicle and went to that place, and after arriving there, we alighted from the vehicle.
So nanam jomoja.
Nata fonyi nangata.
Then he told me, follow me.
So nanu ujam nurembo rembe fatia di office yola.
Sila kabim frerajen seleta santo ala office oto.
Then we went into the building and climbed up to his office.
So nanu rim office yoli.
Abrim futara ala office okono.
When we reached his office,
Di safari ko enda ko soja rak.
Manyo konton na sojar konton dirola.
we exchanged military greetings.
So nanam jilako.
Anata fumule ko alsi.
Then he told me to sit down.
So nanu lako moban.
Abrin sita fom pareta.
After sitting down,
Nanam inje Amadou Badjie ni yingom.
Nai?
Nawon ko karsa kumbo nana Amadou Badjie.
Natang kumanda ko nye Amadou Badjie ngandang ko
he
wala.
addressed me as Amadou Badjie. Then I answered him.
Nanam ku prene pour yundo mako gidam le betate.
Nata fonyi ye bondi yundum le nate nanjang.
Then he informed me that you have been removed completely from Yundum. Now you are going to base here.
So nenam state ga nanam nanam bot wanne parambere ga wamo nan ko prene ga dan wanu na mako gidam bedere panu jaw bedi team yankone patrol team.
Ngani ninkai state guard ako ako bare mbela flam kamin fanan foye wolo mbe natla janne state guard pour que samba patrol team.
Then he informed me that yes, you are now part of the state guard, but you are also going to be deployed to a unit called the patrol unit.
Patrol team.
The patrol team.
At this stage, have you ever heard of the patrol team before?
Wata kila nana kamerege frima fu regali frima fufu. No man ko patrol team yo mi wa.
Ni jam patrol team medical state ga ko patrol team bore imu se manje bukan ende ko sogara bukan bakandom.
Ka jandi wo ka moy nunni ko state guard e patrol team o sotole bare nene ma lo moju ma nyolle beje o team o kono.
Before that, I've been hearing about the patrol team, part of the state guard, but I don't know who were members of this patrol team and who were over them.
At this stage, have you heard of the junglers before?
Wata kile karasa kan kurege mi junglers nu janjang ko popa.
Jam yo.
Sedo ko hanka fana moyle.
Yes, I used to hear about the junglers too.
And at that stage, did you know what the patrol team and the junglers were doing, the kind of work they were doing?
Wata kile na numanji mureso atiko bo man baje. Numanji broka boli wa kammi broka boli buko patrol team di junglers.
Hani yo musti manje yo. Wone manje wone ba non la kam de uba de karamba bu tayga watch. Njuko yo do ko wigdi enda sumuta solli de bodai.
Hani nene ma long muni mila do koti. Bare wato minnam benna benu wulo ko ne kan kadamin komandi Tiger Watch. Nke jele wati dole katambi ni la motol.
I don't know what was their job or their function, but when I was part of the Tiger Watch team, I used to see them passing by with their vehicles.
On this particular day, you were in General Saul Badjie's office together with Captain Noah Badjie. Did they tell you what work you were supposed to be doing as a member of the patrol team?
Funaka fufuna nom di officer au di General Saul Badjie di General Noah Badjie. Kuregere broka bankom me beru reole brok façon buma.
Yo kumus kurega yo kurega General Badjie manarega wamu ande ngal ngal be and the patrol team wande broka bole bom wow kajato kadi and bodai.
Follow kabring yenati officer kono General Saul Badjie fanya ko lafte dun la patrol team kono bare patrol team ila doko mu minti bolom ka murum boda ma fangolto.
That's the time when General Saul Badjie informed me that as far as we are going to be part of the patrol team, you will be patrolling the border areas.
What else did he say?
Diwa pop na regi.
So nanarega momu nene mijanjam.
Kabra ufanye nkai ngemoyle.
After he told me that, I also replied and told him that, well, I've heard you.
So nam putom nam minje na ko wonke be ja burokam.
Kabirum bota ja nata fanya ko ni e kumandi pureta do ko wala.
So na ko wonke nu pare pour manje jaw.
Ni e kumandi ise pare eta inni eta.
He
informed me that when you are called upon to go out with the patrol, you have to prepare yourself and join the team, then you go out together.
And Baraku won't get jat. The Otambo on Mantawaf Chen want to Mante Bumbang, no medical Kuangoti.
Ni me kumandi, ikana jenya do nyama ko for maybe fenni bije wala. Is ni me kumandi isalon dron ko me kumandi dron.
And if you are not called upon, don't take it as anything. It's just that the nature of the job, maybe that's why they didn't include you in the team. But don't take it as anything.
Then
I told him that well understood.
Nanam Buraka Beb Patrol team na Pukuanka Beja Buraka Be. Tamam hand and our later. Nuja medical kopalo komama buraka be takomono be cheng be manje kama waku jomba
anata fanya ko nyim patrol team doko ni nata moy koy moñol tatal andi me komande kabri yo lon koy tatal kana nyinin karo ke ka lon ko itata muntole tata munele muneke.
If your team leaves without you, just stay calm, don't ask questions pertaining to what they are going to do or where have they gone. Just sit down calmly and just be quiet, but don't ask about their mission. Then I told him again that I've understood what you told me.
Patrol team broka bole bangkwanda banara kan bom mo jaka jatara kedi and lingeti Kasamas di babe.
But honey for what malum patrol team munimila dokoti. I mean for your dranko. Ila doko minti kata border mafang to kamurumurunje.
Well, but at that time I didn't know the work of the patrol team. What he informed me was that the patrol team goes to the border areas around the Kasamas border. That's the area where they patrol.
So now put them nanam nya oda jipuja tate. No apara get me bedi amore pour mu jongar pimbine ya
kabrim botaje anata fonye ko slang nim botajang no abine kamalali pour aleta amore remoto pour ete la kido taje anila pistulo.
Then he also informed me that in a short while Nuha will come back here to pick you up and you will go to the Amuri where you will take your gun and your pistol.
No, that one electrification. Nuha was there.
Nuha was there already.
Yeah, he told me that from here Nuha will take you to the armory to go and receive your weapons.
I think that is now clear in English, so you don't need to repeat that. But Mr. Witness, let's take a step back. Let's try to get full details of the briefing that you were given. You were told that if they deploy without you, do not ask questions, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes, that's correct.
What else were you told? What were the rules of the game for the patrol team?
Yeah, wa kulan ku pregi wa kami brokaboli wa kami silua soli buko patrol team.
Silua sikla sonarega metuko kuwanki jad mujo burakab hanu pulepo burakab han anjom dula yakone hana cheng kama beje hana ganja metuko jipupur mi ka jatarak je ulalo jad hanna chengi tam urago metuko uwe han apo endo jawto fanan man o jamere ko puput han ko anna jo tam be tam wona be cheng an
Anyil wal min fanya ko hanim fango natang inatang kuman le purung dai bula patrol timo to ngata do kola ninnata hanim mo ya lon kom funtitale par ni we nyininka nkana sata ngaminke hana tarafana e man kumandi itol tatale ngalon ko tatale ni muruntana manye ne nyininkala ale mundo kuleke.
Even if the team goes without me, I shouldn't ask questions, and if they come back also after their operation, I shouldn't ask any of them the type of job they've been doing or where they have gone. I shouldn't ask any questions pertinent to what they've been doing.
Did I understand the witness to also have said that if I go and I come back, I should not say what we've done?
Yeah, okay.
Could you confirm that, Mr. Witness?
Nula ñu rek noné kanja apop ko wonki wonko beer brokap ujoja uliñu tak mu rek hani waf mat hani ana king tak mu rek tak mu sanken. Yes, nga fole nga merantele ma afutandi.
Yes, I've said that in my statement right now. I think it was a mistake.
That's all right. These things do happen. So, Mr. Witness, essentially you were being told that everything that was done in the patrol team was to be kept a secret, correct?
Kama awa sedo, follow ko ba setenere ko wa fo to me Badjie di patrol team yu ware kan wa fan manje be kan sutura.
Mo famo yo hand ku sojo rak mo joja karambak wana sala Badjie karambak bo wo bawre.
Aketa wala nyama anda be wala nyama hani sojar kunda nintara wulo kono fen sotota je fen kata je aka dang wulo kono jele.
That's exactly correct. Even in the military, if you go for an operation into the bush, when you come back, you don't have to sit down and discuss about it. That's not part of the military.
Mr. Witness, you know that is not correct.
Nane aw asido mumani ko rukantu burumba jake.
Military operations are sometimes broadcast in public for everybody to know.
Ko wate ke broka be ko militaire ko reg di kibaray pour mbikana ko magn waaw Badjie.
Ba le broka tu be ko sojo rek bana manje boyende banku jetuma be di sirades mo ko sankandi sirades mo pour mo kana ko manje banku jaw mbet.
Para manke sojaro la do ko betide e ka wole samba radio to pour mol yalo muni be kering e muneke.
It is not every operation done by the soldiers which are broadcast over the news media. Some operations are left quietly.
Obviously, the soldiers would not go and broadcast illegal operations, would they?
Bare comme manu manji meno ko militaire le ku jow ku rek onu manji mi wo cancel please come back.
The soldiers would not go and broadcast on the radio that they have carried out an illegal operation.
Bare comme manu manji meno ku sojar le ku jow beri redi man ku sanke mat ko wa fo luwe mangto bara bu ko wo ko kane.
Yo kay musaka naganya bar di man korande ko enda ko sogara kan na jam betene skul man ko krandi ko daga meto ko ende ken yo bon ak jam karamba ko yo karamba kare ye elegir to besinde
to nyalom comme ikamin fo ntol sojaro ni tara training school to ka fo mo le kudol bi jelen ni wol keta ntol kono akatu aketa dami.
Yes, that's true. But even from the training school, they used to tell us that there are certain operations within the military. If those things are done, they are left quiet and nobody talks about them.
Essentially, you hide certain operations, you keep them secret simply because some illegal activities have happened during those operations.
Bare fan wa foke wo bo wanji kane na nyima nyimi luwe mangto wo jikajen kaji luwe nyami ka mepen tak me anam manje mata ko jikajen kaji luwe.
Yo kandidi injene enda yo kusagara luwe le regamo
wo amanke kon telengo fu bare sojaro la luwe le of.
It is not my own statement or my opinion, but this is from the military leaders. That's what they tell us.
Didn't it appear odd to you that you are being told that even when your colleagues participate in operations without you, you cannot ask questions?
Nane aw comme nan ko regi mi mate ko hanu ko won ko te bejo be kambro ka bobo aw jikertu mante to rindim aw manji di fanga fole mate ko rindim kanja ko won ko te bejo broka tambu ken wa ko gebe kan
yo na daga momo wani wonoro mo wa medico broka be ko sojara bu kolya
kabringa wo fonye ntena tanga miram fayen ko sojar doko fen kolya ngolom.
When he informed me that certain operations should be left secret, then that's where I thought that, well, in the military, well, there are certain things which are very difficult. The military job itself is hard.
Mr. Witness, you knew at this time that the patrol team and the junglers were involved in kidnappings.
Ako bari wata kile nane wata kile au numa manjimati ko jong enda patrol team ku yemane yemen bokana sof bokana man ku yemandi
yo kabi nani biram bedi team none manjum nan ku ngaram enda kila none bi me manjum meto ko wore enda bore wona daga nya o wada kila noni ngonde manje meto ko broka patrol team ba bobuto man kombe kaneno kantumo
wato malon no fo kabirin dunta patrol team to ndabulata doku dolo nata ngalon ko yar fam patrol team doku dol bi jele amanya na kela wonyama.
Before starting operations with the patrol team, I didn't know whatever they were doing, but I came to know about their work and whatever they were doing when I joined the patrol team and we went out for operations.
Mr. Witness, it was common knowledge in Gambia, more so in the army, that the junglers and the patrol teams were involved in illegal activity of kidnappings and killing of people.
Nane di limita fe deru sojare di Gambia tu ano sanna mama nyikor broka bati jongula wala patrol team broka ba jakuta boko kaneme so fe bokanako wala de kubuj bokanako
yo njemangti ko wade kala njeba babel to kay yemangti because almost lako kana kam de and the team kila mungoni imanje memedo ko wo mejay
ndene mo long jandi medduna patrol team kato ni ne mansi fu niya kacha ka lonko ye ngineke fu kabrin dunta ye.
Well, really, I didn't know. I wasn't aware of their function or whatever they were doing until I became part of the patrol team and then we started working. That's the time I came to know what these people were doing.
Mr. Witness, we are talking about 2009. We are not talking about year 2003.
Nani tananya ala watati 2009 nomba kasankena kantu watati 2003.
By 2009, it was common knowledge in Gambia, more so in the army, that the patrol teams and the junglers were a hit squad, and you know it.
Nane watati 2009 Gambia tu kumumanyi sako deru na sojara kumumanyi ko mati ko broka bati junglers wafanu manyi wojakutu.
No, wata kila uyu kai nglatengo ni rega memene broka bole benda because lako da infantry broka bole ulu fang be enda di campe broka bole le wende enda fang because lo bajire wata be jobe sinde be enda always wata understand le kobo de enda karamba or ambo duties
wato kambrim bije malon jandimbe dunaje malon kata wato minambe infantry na do ko sia batale.
When I was in the infantry, we were doing a lot of work, and most of the time we spent it in the bush away. This is why maybe I was not aware of what they were doing, but really I was not aware of what they were doing before joining them.
All right, the commission would draw conclusions from your answers. Yeah. But when you joined, you were told that you would be issued with weapons to use them for patrols and other operations. I'm just reading from your statement, correct?
Nani nyaptan bang mom nu jabe meno ko commissioner ko mokoto mi kay jiker man ko man bumo manku manj bu kontu nene bare aw kam nan ku rege mi broka bubu mante ko dono to kanno kana ko barege mate ko aw ko be sendi si pumben ban tananya di ka safara kanu safe mi dona mbaka jikerak ma aregi ma wole ni
mo fammo
akete wole nyam.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
And in your statement, you mentioned two activities. One is patrols, the other is other operations. What do other operations entail?
Nane bandi ka safara kanu sanke kanu seni mi buko kanko kunyanyame aw barege wafu gaba none wakon patrol wake nya wafu akile o mi wa
wata kila na solba ja araga momo medico mi ende ele ka jatara kadi linge babe di Casamas wata kila ende operation ende ya gabunte ne yo wata kila ba mangi do bombang comme ni momo kono jawji giseful ande
nya kabiri nga sol baji ngin kumo fonye ko atola do ko patrol team wolon kam murum bodato wato hani fo wato bente malon ko adabe bulala ka ta ka modol fanam mutanan.
Well, when Solbaji informed me that your job is going to patrol around the border areas, I didn't know that we were going to be involved in other things different from patrolling the border.
Mr. Witness, in your statement, you indicated, and I would quote from the statement, that they were to give us weapons, and the said weapons, just hold a second, and the said weapons were to be with me at home throughout, and I used them only for patrols and other operations. You have told us what patrols were to be. That was around the Casamas border. But how about these other operations that you were told these weapons were to be used for? What are those operations?
Nani nya buruka banu reg mi babu parce que nu regeti patrol team parce que mi be ka jator karati border karay Casamas di Gambia nya bagasan ko senemi puminos so awbe kala ko so di sinde nya so buruko bunu ngare so be ka
si puminos mo so sanko senam
nangi
pro sinde lakya sinde comme ko sola jat misene bajani manji yo yako jabar
ñin kidol ye min dinna pour ñay tara sokono ko misono le soto mi alon ko atarintale.
I was told to keep these weapons with me even at home because sometimes there are operations that we can go for, so that whenever those situations arise, I will just pick up my weapons and go and work with them.
What were these operations?
Nya broka bakilia bobo mi brok faso mbuma.
Mone rego nya medico pimmine gudam dunanye euro pour na ko wonke be ja broka kanda mene awbe kayto be jabe amore kotake be yabu pimmine ya kotake.
Nko do ko le foyten comme ni e commandi ate kela ko ite bita amore le katela kido kamana o ka tara le kido bete burle already.
What I mean by that is that whenever you are called upon, there is no need for you to go to the Amori to pick up weapons. By that time, you will be having your weapons with you, so you will just go straight.
What would you be using those weapons for?
Nya si pumana sekila so be kanso was yona mange be man.
Si pimmines asogara le to ngondo jaw broka le ko wonke be jaw broka le to okan pimmine ya.
Yin kidolo comme ite muso jaro di tano do ko kela kidol table fo en kidoleta.
As a soldier, wherever you are going, when you are on duty, you have to go with your weapons.
Mr. Witness, let's stop playing games.
Ana zero.
You indicate that you are giving the weapons for patrol and for other operations.
Nana barege set noni ko ba seni si pumire mo bejo mambe ko ne bijo patrol di wafu wake.
You have told us that the patrols were to be carried out between the Gambia and Senegal and the Casamas border.
Abarege set noni patrol uyu mi be jo wata kapanakes Gambia di Casamas di border.
You have not yet told us what these other operations were going to be.
Nya hani be jat wafu wanon kurrege mi mataka be kawo di si pumino so regorto.
Tell us about these other operations. That's what we want to know. What were these other operations?
Wonu manji umangwe be manji regularly. Wa fa wu wanato me kan discipline wo mi wa.
Pimbine wona ne daga mo kanja wafu pour le ver ku jabar wan manje wo kankanto and ku wanki to man ko pare baja ba nota be jabet bo anda ken akane ma pour mon jagi sofulo
ñin kidol nkawle foyten ko ni e kumandi ko nyako mole be dula kare mi e kuke ka falele altale o mare mutana.
The use of these weapons is that when we are called upon and told that there is a person at a certain place, you have to go and arrest that person. That's the time when you will pick up your weapons and go and effect an arrest on that particular person.
Okay. They were to be used to arrest and kidnap people, correct?
Ya kama baka so yo pumenas yo mi ba nak jinga mangi joju soful ano di limeno yi gimeno
on sanka nyani janjam mo famu
ay mi fote ngamwele wolom.
Yes, I've heard you, Mr. Counsel, and that's exactly correct.
They were to be used to kill people?
So jingare manji buj bukanak.
Anyway, pimbine de kabini ni kuma sabaraka musi yuse bay buju an.
Nyin kido nyin kabri nga kuma sika samba doko nene mata ka mo fala.
When I started working with these guns, I've never used a gun to kill somebody.
I have not suggested that you have used your gun to kill anybody. What I am telling you is that you were given this gun in order for you to participate in events that would lead to the killing of other people.
Ana rigorto setenote meteko supuminosu so abangare mu abuj ano nane bana o wana arama mbere ge meteko supuminosu so jingare manji jow manjo gi soful ano wala di ji kano manjoto mi kano la
ni gende wona sankana nya pimbine asoga la ngono oken pimbe la ngono jaw ngino tenger
ngamoy la kamin foten ba comme so jaro ibukata no dulalto te bulu kensan.
I've heard what you said, but as a soldier, you cannot go anywhere during operations without your weapons.
What we are trying to drive at is, what are these operations?
The
operations were to kidnap and kill people. Is that true?
Malegan.
Yo, Malegan.
That's exactly correct.
Why didn't you say it all the time? We had to take 30 minutes on this particular issue for you to confirm that you were being told that your role was to participate in these killings, kidnappings and killings.
Nana wakana rek bandur bara mbuka ne bakana mante 6 minutes sono kan gaba de kunyan na rek mante ko aw wa baga san ko senenya si pumina so mambu ji sof bakana ji jimeni ji banya de ji buji
ne daga mede ko enda pimbine yang ko senele mo daga mede ko pimbine yo pro brokam de man enda nya enda kombe ko SF bakana ka arse ga bakana mo jo soful anda mo jetmo pour mo bojo yo kay kanja ko sensen enda firma mede ko ma jotam be kane wono to be kane fanan
nga fa nyame ngi kidole ka di molal don pour nga ta mol kamana pare ninta ngi kamana ya fo after ni pare ka mim fokote ke nga kewo marilang kana woleke.
The use of these guns is that when we are given an order to go and arrest somebody, yes, we will go with these weapons to effect an arrest. When we come back with that arrested person also, whatever the commanding officer tells us to do with this person, if that's happening, we have to use these weapons again.
Essentially, the junglers and the patrol team were a hit squad for Yaya Jammeh. Is it that true?
Malegan, junglers, the patrol team, ko bokan kanu manje ko kanem broka ba jakuta Yaya Jammeh. Malegan.
Mo famo.
That's exactly correct.
So that is in fact the reason why you were told that your operations were to be kept a secret.
Mo kami mutongaram di kurege mankoni burka banjotu me kani tu waran kan wa fan manye be kan di sutura.
Mo famo.
To nyalo be wole nyama.
Correct.
Let us try to establish the command structure of the patrol team and the membership.
Nana mamba jikera bur endayolu mi burunga siluwa solo sedi bi endayolu patrol team yolu.
Who were you reporting to in the patrol team?
Aw di aynu lañe mu rego wana mami mu kan di aynu yingemi.
Akuma da wala le nuwa o amde enda o amde uli.
Nuwa is nualem na commandating kan dan kwatelia.
Nuha Badjie was our commander. He's the guy who gives us orders.
Nuwa, at what level was he commander? Was it at the operational level or at the strategic level?
Nuwa, wati totay mona sene mu kuri furima manje kan. Mante tanku wonore mfurima mbiji matiko uruweti mekane mante tan yibile be kam brokabu to na sene mfurima
broka bolole umanjire bana purintom nonno asena furima wo famete ko General Badjie nane ma
na do ko mbuka lon foni futata dula mintom be na do ko kala dame akana fo molyelto General Badjie ko ngin keteng.
That was the norm. Wherever we go for operations, we are not told anything until we arrive at the site. That's the time when Nuha tells us, General Badjie said, let's do this and this.
Mr. Badjie.
Yeah.
We have heard from other junglers.
Badjie, jante pali ku jongla kake.
And they say that the orders were given by Yaya Jammeh.
Man ko regumenta kone yamara Yaya Jammeh problemi.
No muna daga na fari ga nane General Badjie nane Yaya Jammeh president Yaya Jammeh nane ma.
Ka fole nyama, ka fole ko General Badjie ko president Yaya Jammeh ko teng.
That's the way he tells us, he gives us the command. Nuha also says that General Badjie said, Yaya Jammeh said, let's do this and this.
You know, or you knew at the time, that everything you were doing for Yaya Jammeh, correct?
And kanumu manjiko waf jotu mekani numu manjiko freedom of the Yaya Jammeh fupulemi malegen onyalo awole nyam.
That's true.
Every killing by the junglers was a killing by Yaya Jammeh, correct?
Jongla ek buju ku buje an di Yaya Jammeh ku buje ana Yaya Jammeh aregi mambe ku buj ano
akomana wala muna rega mede ko General Badjie nane Yaya Jammeh nano kana ma
na komanda ka wole fontule ko General Badjie ko Yaya Jammeh ko nga nginkete.
That's what the commander tells us. He tells us that Sol Badjie said Yaya Jammeh gave him this instruction that we should do this and this.
You have told us that before.
Yep.
I am telling you that all those operations, all those kidnappings, all those killings were done for the benefit and under the command and authority of Yaya Jammeh, correct?
Omba regri nyame bana anu regor ko ek e bujad bukanak ke jimina ke bukanak tu wafanu manje Yaya Jammeh wona mangwe manjikan malegen
mo famo
abe wole nyam.
That's quite true.
Now, let's talk about the membership of the patrol team to which you belong.
Nana nya groupe yolu yati patrol team regoli ay di ay andumi na groupe akiliya
le patrol team yolo le di fanol le Nuwa Badjie
ndol la patrol team na nyaton kolom Nuwa Badjie.
The patrol team's leader was Nuha Badjie.
Aribeno Modou Jaju.
Mimba no Modou Jaju.
His immediate assistant was Modou Jaju.
Does
Sorry.
he have, is he known by any other name, Modu Jaji?
Alliance Rambo.
Alliance Rambo.
Modou Jadjo's alias is Rambo.
Putojad Mustafa Sane.
Abotaje Mustafa Sane.
Followed by Mustafa Sane.
Rank of Modu Jaju and Mustafa Sane?
Mujaju Wadakila Modu Captain.
Wato Modu Alliance Rambo captain olu.
Modou Jaju alias Rambo was a captain.
And Musa Sane?
Mustafa Sane.
Mustafa Sane.
Mustafa Sane.
Watanibira Wadakila Akila Lieutenant.
Wato atemu lieutenant olu.
Mustafa Sane was a lieutenant.
Putojad Michael Jata.
Abotaje Michael Jata.
Followed by Michael Jata.
Ranke yola.
Of a Lieutenant Michael Korea.
Fana mu lieutenant olu ani Michael Korea.
He was a lieutenant, and Michael Korea also was a lieutenant.
Proceed, please.
Continue.
So Putojad Nujobe Nyabali.
Abotaje Nyabali soto.
Nyabali first name and rank?
Nyabali karasa kola kuchongora di ranke yola.
Nyabali Karsakola. Ofansu Nyabali.
Mfansu Nyabali.
Mfansu Nyabali.
Rank?
Watakila O2.
Wato amu O2 olu.
His rank was O2.
That would be warrant of second, warrant
class,
officer 2.
Warrant officer class 2.
Yes, warrant officer class 2.
Who else?
Putojat Nujo Be Alu Jeng.
Mbotaje ngata Aliou Jeng ya.
Followed by Aliou Jeng.
Rank?
Opo Warrant officer class 2.
Fana mu warrant officer class 2
He
le.
was also a warrant officer class 2.
Upuja to Nujaw Be Watakila Ando Mnagasa Buso.
Ibotaje coming for Buso.
First name?
There was another person
and
called
rank?
Buso.
Karesa kola di ranke.
And Modu Buso or what Karsakola found exactly. I don't know from what Buso, but exactly name I cannot.
What rank?
I'm used to Buso.
What rank for Modu
Warrant
Buso?
officer class 2 that time.
Mu warrant officer class.
He was a warrant officer class 2, but I'm not quite sure of the name, whether Modou Buso or another name, but he was a warrant officer class 2.
But you remember Buso?
Kani
Buso,
haklo.
yeah. And the two nende wonk come the team two nende wonk.
Mi bele bet kafo grupo kono mbewol bele to fokante.
I am naming
How
all
about-
members of the group.
How about Abdullah Jallo, called Jalino?
Abdoulaye Diallo
Abdoulaye
kurege
Jallo.
Jalilo do.
Yeah. I'm calling according to how maybe they come
ranks.
one another. Yeah.
Okay, proceed, please.
Puja to Pasane.
Mbotaje nga pasani soto.
We have also somebody called Pasane.
Bujobe
Rank of Pasani, please.
Pasane. At the funding that time, he came with staff sergeant before having 002.
He came with the rank of staff sergeant before he became a WO2.
Proceed, please.
So Putojad Jallo, Abdoulaye Jallo, and he was dismissed after he was reinstated.
Mbotaje nga Abdoulaye Diallo soto.
Yeah,
Amre
But
ya
he was
bayle
in
no
the
bari
team. He
nate.
was in the team.
Nata tali kote
Abdoulaye-
bara benun team wol kono.
Abdoulaye Jallo was a member of the team. He was dismissed and later reinstated.
Is he known by any other name? Abdullah
Jalino,
Jallo.
Alliance Jalino.
Alliance Jalino.
He is also
Putojad
called
and
Jalino.
Lamin Sambu.
Mbotaje nga Lamin Sambu soto.
We also have Lamin Sambu.
What was his rank?
Amiranke yola.
Lamin Sambu, I think staff sergeant.
I think he was a staff sergeant.
Proceed, please.
Putojat Manga, I forget Malik Manga.
Malik Manga.
I forgot Malik Manga, but he was also
a staff sergeant that time.
He was also a staff sergeant.
Putojat Nujobe Omar Jallo.
Omar Jallo was also part of the team.
What's his nickname?
Oya. Alliance Oya.
He was also called Oya. That was his alias, Oya.
Rank?
Makamiola.
At that time, he was a sergeant.
At that time, he was a sergeant.
Proceed, please.
Putojat Nujoberinje Amadou Badjie.
Botaje inantea Amadou Badjie.
Then you come to me personally, myself, Amadou Badjie.
What was your rank at the time?
That time I was a corporal before chief and a sergeant.
I was a corporal before I was promoted to the position of sergeant.
And who else?
Putojat Jobe Suleiman Sambu. No, Lamin Sambu. Lamin Badjie Kasakunda.
Somebody also called Lamin Badjie from Kasakunda was one of our group members.
Proceed, please.
You come to Lamin Sambu. No, Suleiman Sambu.
Suleiman Sambu.
You have Suleiman Sambu also amongst us.
Proceed. What are their ranks? Lamin Sambu and Suleiman Sambu.
Lamin Sambu was a couple.
Lamin Sambu was a couple.
Suleiman Sambu?
Suleiman Kasambu, that time, lance couple.
Suleiman Sambu was a lance corporal.
How about Lamin Badjie Kasakunda?
He was a couple.
Lamin Badjie Kasakunda was a couple too.
Proceed, please.
Sekuba Jajo.
Then you come to Sekuba Jajo.
Proceed.
Ijimtijat uyom and I ulukamba but the manuje meno.
If I can remember exactly, these are the people who were part of our patrol team.
And in Kanilai, were there other members of the patrol team who were based there?
Patrol team, a group of patrol team, Boyom.
Sanamanjang.
Sanamanjang.
I think it's a major that time, promoted to a major.
He was a major at that time.
And who else?
Landin Tamba.
Landin Tamba
was also there.
And this the solo bojang because Oboba and Oli and Fanoli Boba.
Nin solo bojang ye Kanilai telo mila nyaton kote.
Solo bojang was there, but he was the leader based in Kanilai.
And then you have Oribans and the Sol Badjie.
Ning wolum atelebe Sol Badjie no.
He was deputy to Sol Badjie at that time.
And who was Sol Badjie reporting to?
Sol Badjie di amba da yingemi.
Sol Badjie di president ya jamanande ayingem.
Sol Badjie take danko president ya jamme.
Sol Badjie reports directly to Yaya Jammeh.
The army had a CDS at the time.
No,
yes.
No, what I the soldier kunda kubaji CDS.
Yeah, kubaji CDS.
Hi, CDS also tole.
For the operations of the junglers and the patrol team, was Sol Badjie reporting to the CDS or was he reporting directly to Yaya Jammeh?
Nya broka bati junglers. The patrol team. Mate Sol Badjie. The CDS na yingemi, mante di Yaya Jammeh na yingem.
No, I report everybody CDS or the President Yaya Jammeh and the report on direct?
Abokata CDS ya idanku president wala ya direct.
He doesn't report to the CDS. He reports directly to Yaya Jammeh, the president.
So now let's talk about the operations that you participated in.
Yeah.
Now, Mika wafa numanyi broka manumanyi me au pobu no amduri broka ba clear.
Tell us the first operation you participated in as far as you can remember.
Regole broka ba follow ba nanumanyi me au do broka ba clear kanya panul low. And wolo.
Yeah. Bom broka mo bu follow na ndem Lantombo come goes Lantombo or come chief of staffs.
One?
Lantombo akam chief of staff wata kila.
Na doku follow wato Lantombo wolum chief of staff di.
At the time of our first operation where I took part, Lantombong was the chief of staff.
So after could be on Kurego Medical, Kuna Lantombong, Warakela money Monku Kesora Burakam.
Otole nata fonye ko Lantombo and watera Lantombo ya bainun ne do kola.
Well, they informed me that Lantombong was the chief of staff, but I later discovered that Lantombong was dismissed afterwards.
So nanku Kesoronya after the Kubenkurega Medical, Kuna Baja one up among a better and a can.
I bring e ofonye nata fonye ko barabe lafrim ka fenneke.
I was later informed that Lantombong wanted to do something, that was why he was dismissed.
Medical Mama Becca Kapurun Anifano, Yaya Jammeh, a president.
Ko abedama be lafrinde ka Yaya Jammeh bondi sirangoto mimmu president no wato.
The reason for his dismissal was that
that he's now planning this.
Yes, the reason for his dismissal was that he was planning to topple Yaya Jammeh.
No, it's not that. That time he was dismissed. I don't know why he was dismissed, but after he was elected, that Lantombong is planning to make a coup d'etat.
The information I got was that Lantombong was planning a coup d'etat.
And then?
Yeah.
So now put on no kuwanka medical no kuwanka menje yom misenombe folai purbe jaw broko bukila.
Abi botaje otole yon kumandi wala natake na force missionoti pour kata do ko wala.
And what were you to do?
That was the first time I was called upon to go and take part in an operation.
So nankudaga momu nankukola manager nani jambiring do dan kiten no kupin kudaga medko Lantombo ona na mangombe kane so kono jaw sofalo.
Kabiri yon kumandi ntata ngandan ko kabrim furta jele na rafanyi Lantombo be pareren kangineke sai ngata mota.
When I arrived at the scene, I was informed that Lantombong was planning a coup d'etat. Let's go and arrest him.
So now put on na kwende momu nono ende ujupunde motaya.
Kabri pareta ndunda moto kono.
When they were ready, we boarded a vehicle.
So nanu jaw base and the Sindeola.
Kabri ntata ya.
When we went to his home,
Tokutoro.
Man na taraji.
We didn't meet him there.
Yeah, but now put on one inge takmi walo di motai.
Kabiri bobotaji ya konte kana ji moto kono.
When we arrived at and he was not at home, they told me to stay in the vehicle.
Lantombong asomumba bajo.
Lantombong mpinchile ya wudu.
Lantombong is the son of my aunt.
Wakana nwana among the primambi wala mambi kwenda kanu wole oro primanku jukom medo ko nje fana dore sofet asomomba anyolo
wala atina kabrim fraji kon kana ji pour wol mbadingol kana nsute kaje ko defana ndabula tam mol kono mi alon ko wala natam bading fango mota.
The reason for the information for me to stay in the vehicle was that as far as I was closely related to Lantombong, they didn't want me to see that I was part of the people who came to arrest a close relative like Lantombong. So this is why they told me to stay inside the vehicle.
Before you left, before you deployed to arrest Lantombong, did they know that fact?
Bala aw be pure be jobe sofe Lantombong ko ko manyu do mande ko jinena
No one nama man akam anafana olale.
Ha mi en tol nyaton ko ay olon ne.
Our leader was quite aware of that fact, my relationship with Lantombong.
You were asked to go nonetheless?
Ba hani be ko ba regeri hani yo jow. Yo sofu Lantombong.
Buraka bolle buraga mo.
Ma do ko le o nyininka.
That's the nature of our job.
And it was only when you arrived there they decided that no, you should not be seen?
Nya ko wolo to do mantina no rimmi be jobe sofo la di sinde le no ko wolo mate ko le ko warant ko bokana ko ko warant ko juki.
No ay wonna na wono do mona kanara kam mete ko awta ko mo wolo.
Ay mira wala ka wala na ko kana ji.
That's the fact, because I think that's why when he thought about my relationship with Lantombong, that's the reason he told me not to alight from the vehicle.
So essentially you're telling us that you were taken there just for nothing, just for no reason, to participate in nothing.
Kama ete eja oli bo bajot nafa aw ko ba teberi ba rindi mbo kantu waf nya aw diwote ko kati mulako.
Mo fa mo nani jiri mo nya eja ni je bare no amang da anafana la amang de permanji wala permanji wala de motay.
Akata wala nyama nte kay ntata la dorong bar kabri frere je na nyaton ko man la fi pour ngaji.
That's the way it happened. When we arrived at the scene, the leader of the team decided for me to stay in the vehicle. They didn't allow me to alight from the vehicle.
Okay, what happened after you arrived
So
there?
after Lantombong kutokotoro, after kungam no nangaram telephone mana awonko.
Sanga bri frere Lantombo ya man na Lantombon traje sila no wana telefonota kalantombon commande.
When we arrived at the scene and we discovered that Lantombong was not at home, Nuha took his telephone and called Lantombong.
So nana awonko.
Mr. Chair, it's 11:35 by my watch. Maybe we should just take the first break, and then we'll proceed after the break.
Good. We will take a 30-minute break. Come back at 12:05.
Na ya wara ka wala bila ka wasi ko lalla 5 minutes after 12.
Please adjourn.
Yeah.